getting ready to go off to a meeting with some people in my group. We're doing a presentation on Arthurian women. I'm running a little bit late, but I'm going to head over there now, and I'll update you about what the rest of the week's going to look like when I get back. Good morning. It's just about 6:30. It's Monday. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to update yesterday, but things got a little bit crazy. I got home after meeting with some group for a project and just kind of kicked back, did a little preliminary research for a project this week, which I'll talk to you more about probably here in a few hours. What I have now is to finish up some Latin before class, and then I'm meeting with my advisor, so I'll check in with you after that. Good afternoon. It's about 1:30 right now, and I'm back after having a morning of Latin. So my schedule on Mondays and Fridays is just Latin, so I kind of have the rest of the day to do whatever research I need to do. Which today is some research on the Frank's casket. I'll talk a little bit more about that before I give my presentation, but that presentation is going to be on Wednesday. So I'm trying to get my stuff together, making myself lists of some things I'm absolutely going to talk about, as well as just kind of getting my presentation together. So I have my trusty stack of research right here and a cup of tea, and I'm getting ready to dig in. So I'll touch base with you later this evening and kind of let you know what's up on the docket for tomorrow and the rest of the week. Okay, I made a mistake. It's been a while since I filmed. Today was crazy. I didn't get a lot of opportunities to pull my camera out, and if I did, it would have been a lot of just looking at papers. Sorry. What did happen today, or should I say what didn't happen today, is I didn't have the big presentation that I had expected to have. I was supposed to give a presentation on the Frank's casket today in my bead class at the seminar, but we didn't get to it, so I will be doing it next week. I kind of wanted to get it over with because I was a little bit nervous and I just wanted to be done and not have to think about it anymore, but that's not really the way it's played out. But that's okay. It's just going to give me a better chance to be prepared for next week. Honestly, not a lot happened today. I just spent a lot of my time getting that presentation ready and finishing up some readings. Tomorrow is a day of teaching. I teach 2 classes back to back, and then I have 3 classes of my own. But right now I am going to go get a cup of tea, kick back, read Twitter, read some blogs, and just relax for the evening. So I will check back in with you in the morning. Hi, it's just a little bit after 5 a.m. and I'm getting prepared for my Latin exam. So I'm going to do that and I'll check back in with you probably before I head out, but definitely after the exam and let you know how it went. So I've been studying Latin and I'm going to take my exam, and the rest of the day is just going to be doing some kind of housekeeping stuff. I like to reserve Mondays and Fridays for that, just so I can start my week off and get a bunch of stuff that I needs to be done, and then later in the week I can make sure that if anything's come in, anything I need to respond to, emails I need to answer that aren't urgent or from students, as well as things I need to get organized for the next week, so laying out what my plan is going to be for my classwork. I typically do that on Fridays. So I will come back to you after the exam. We'll walk through kind of what my normal Friday routine is in terms of getting things ready for the next week. But I will see you after the exam. Wish me luck. Okay, I'm here camped out under a tree. I just finished my Latin exam and I think it went pretty well. So I guess we'll wait and see. I don't think I got anything ridiculously wrong, so that's good. But I'm excited to see, how I did. I am about to catch the bus home over there. And then I will check back in with you and let you know my Friday schedule. See ya. Finally back home now. I'm in my office. So I thought what I would do with these next couple of minutes is talk to you a little bit about my weekly schedule and how that works. As someone who had a tendency to procrastinate as an undergraduate, grad school for me, I knew that I had to come into it with some sort of plan, so that I knew whenever I had a project how that was going to look in terms of planning out when I would start, when I would have my research done, when I would actually start writing. So I invested in a Filofax. I can see my schedule laid out. I highlight the sections. I can put notes in the middle on the rings. This is just a regular leather Filofax. And it's great because I can take pages out and put pages in as I need them. Also, to supplement this, I keep a separate notebook with a sort of daily schedule. So a list of tasks that I need to do specific to a particular day that are different than the typical schedule I have. Maybe I need to go to the library and get a particular book. Maybe I have a meeting at a different time. So those go in that side notebook, and I reference that more frequently. This tends to be for the big stuff, my course schedule, meetings that are habitual. But I found it really helpful just as something to glance at when I'm trying to plan so I can see everything laid out. I use a computer calendar system as well, but something about writing things down is really helpful for me in terms of memory. So I found my file facts, both for personal and academic purposes, really helpful in my scholarly endeavors. Hi, it's Saturday. I'm going to end the vlog here and real quickly talk about what's in store next week. I'm giving a presentation on the Frank's casket next week, so I will walk you through my presentation and talk about how I begin long-term research projects when they end in presentations. But right now I'm going to kick back. My alma mater is playing a football game, so go Ohio State, and I'm going to do some grading. So I will see you next week. Thanks for tuning in.